Hi folks, Brian here. Today I wanted to give you a quick update on ponzi2, the stock chart viewer that I've been writing in Go, and I wanted to share just a couple tips that I learned about Go while doing this quick update. So on the left hand side is the older version that I talked about 2 weeks ago, and on the right hand side is the new version that I've updated, and you can see there's already quite a number of changes. The first major change is I got rid of the stochastic oscillators. So here I used to use them in the thumbnails and at the bottom, and here I've just totally gotten rid of them, and now I put volume and the actual price bars in the thumbnails instead. And if you can see, I have a lot of books both over there and over here that I got from my father, and I've been reading through these, and I decided to focus more on the price bars instead and interpreting those instead of looking and depending on the stochastic oscillators. And the first book I've been reading a lot was this Technical Analysis for Dummies, and it had an in-depth look at the price bars and the Japanese candlesticks that I've been using here. And so I decided to focus more on those instead of using the stochastic oscillators. The next change is the legend here with the prices were shown at the top. And this was a contribution by someone in the community. Thank you for that. And I finally got around to sort of putting my twist on it. And it shows kind of a bigger dialogue here so you can see. And if you move over it, it kind of goes to the right as well, so you have more space. But the legend, as I call it, is stuck to the left most of the time, so you can kind of focus on your movement here. And one thing I did was you can see that there are boxes and arrows, and I didn't render those using geometry or textures or bitmaps. Instead, what I decided to use, and this is the first Go trick, was just the fact that I can paste Unicode characters directly into the files. And like other languages, I don't have to specify the encoding or of the file or anything. And you can see I just put the arrows in here. And that's a really quick way to render things. Now for these thumbnails, clearly I don't show all the same amount of volume bars as I do in the main chart. So I had to shrink these data sets down from a whole year to just 20 days, I believe. And 20 days is one of those magic numbers, which is about 4 weeks of trading sessions. So that's what I put up there. And to do that, I had to take the main data set, which is for a complete year, and make a new one. And so I started this pattern where I deep copy the original year-long data set, and then I trim it down. But here you can see I've started putting an explicit deep copy method on my types, and initially they use this line here, which dereferences the pointer and copies all the values, so it makes a shallow copy. And then for any slices, I recreate the slice, and then I use deep copy on the individual items to make a deep copy of those. Now this of course might be inefficient and use a lot of memory, but I'll keep doing this until I run into issues there. So in this deep copy method for this simple struct, which has pretty much all primitives, 100% primitives in fact, all I have to do is do star the pointer and copy it over to do a shallow copy, which is good enough for a structure with just primitives. And of course I always use this null check just in case, to say if s is nil, then return nil here, so we don't have any nil pointer exception. So that's pretty much the two tricks that I want to share with you regarding Go. And now you can also see these thumbnails are a little bit more interactive with the price values here. So next up, after reading this book, there's a lot of emphasis on just the regular price bars. And right now in my program, I only have candlesticks. So I'm going to quickly implement a way to switch between a line chart and maybe the price bars and the candlesticks. Maybe I'll just start with the price bars. and use that for technical analysis. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.